Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to yet another instalment of the Allotment Diaries. First of all, let's just address the hair. I'm aware that it looks like a 5-year-old's, however, it needs a wash, it's up out the way, I'm out in the garden, so I don't care, so we're going to rock the space buns. Anyway, I've got loads to update you on. Everything's doing really well. We've had loads of rain and loads of sun recently, so that's just made everything grow, including all the weeds. So my major job for today is doing loads of weeding, and honestly, if you garden like I do, you'll know that sometimes it just feels really overwhelming faced with all the weeds that you need to try and get rid of. But anyway, Ryan has taken the kids out for an hour or so I'm going to try and get as much done as I possibly can. But let me show you exactly what's going on in the allotment. Right, first things first, my pumpkin seeds are finally doing something. As you can see, I've got weed roll all over this patch, so the plan is that they grow up and over the top of the weed roll. And I've done a little makeshift greenhouse type thing here with an old squash bottle, and ta-da! Here it is. Here's one of them. It's looking really good. So in fact, I'm going to take this off today and leave it a bit more to its own devices. And we've got another one over here. There we go. Looking good. I've waited ages for these to start growing, so it's pretty exciting that they finally are. They look pretty small at the moment, but anyone that's grown pumpkins will know that they will eventually take over, and given half the chance they would grow across the whole allotment. So we'll have to try and keep them in check when they start growing. This patch and this patch, you can tell, currently full of weeds, so that is definitely on my to-do list, because I'm going to be putting sweet corn in there and they are almost ready to go in the ground. In fact, I think they probably could go in the ground now, but obviously they have to wait until I've weeded. Over here, my broccoli plants are looking really good. They're getting really tall. Yeah, so that's exciting. And again, lots of weeds you can see, so I need to sort that out. And my onion plants are doing really well. I was wondering why they didn't seem to be growing that big, and then I looked on the back of the seed packet and realised that they need to be thinned down to about 4 inches between each plant. So I really need to crack on and do that, so that's on my to-do list as well. Radish is looking really good. Actually, well, some of them aren't looking good. As you can see, they're growing pretty big, so I think I should have picked quite a lot of them by now. Oh well. And carrots. So again, there's a lot of weeds, but like this here is definitely a carrot. And we can see them all growing between the bamboo sticks, in amongst the weeds. And over there, so I've got 4 rows of carrots growing. So they're doing okay. My runner beans are now in the ground, and I've got them growing up these bamboo sticks. I have just made a separate video of these, like a bit of an idiot's guide to growing runner beans. Because a couple of people have asked me to make suggestions of things that are easy, so I've just made a video saying how to get those started, so do go and check that one out if you're interested. More weeding needs doing. This is going to be my courgette patch, and they're not quite ready to go in the ground yet. They have started growing, which is really exciting, because again they were taking ages. And this is going to be my butternut squash patch, so I'm going to lift this tarpaulin up and get rid of the weeds today, because my squash plants are definitely ready to go in, and I'm going to do a similar thing like I've done with the pumpkin patch and put weed roll over that. Strawberries looking good. They've established themselves quite well. Again, more weeding, and also some picking, because I've got some nice red ones. We've had a couple already and they are so delicious. They're really sweet. So yeah, I'm going to try and weed them and pick the ripe ones. And then finally over here, my beetroot is still looking pretty good. Could do with thinning them out really. Yeah, I might pull out some of the ones that are too close together. And my garlic is looking great. Again, more weeds. I do have a couple more strawberry plants at the top in pots that wouldn't go in that patch. And oh yeah, yummy. We need to pick some. Yum. Plum trees looking good. I really need to try and sort out some of these branches. We've got this one propped up on an old bird feeder here, but this one, you can see it's getting really heavy with all the fruit, so I need to try and figure out how I'm going to prop that up. I might try and tie some string on the top and attach it up to the main one. Similarly, this one, the actual branch here is propped up, but the ends of it are getting really heavy. So, oh, one's just fallen off. So I don't really know exactly how I'm going to do that. I need to think it over, but I need to think it over fast because these are getting heavier by the day. And the pear tree has got some growth, which is exciting. Quite a lot of greenery on there. I don't think we're going to be getting any pears this year, but it's exciting to see that something's happening. And then finally, in my little greenhouse, my little makeshift pop-up plastic one, things are doing well. So these are the sweet corn that you saw me putting in pots in one of my last videos. So they're doing really well. There's some more down there and up here. Let me get in, a bit of a tight squeeze. These are my butternut squash plants. So they look good, they're ready to go in. That is not a vegetable, that is a purple shamrock, which we're trying to grow. That's one more runner bean plant that I'm just letting get a little bit taller before I put it in the ground. And here we go. I wasn't having much luck with my pumpkin seeds, so I repotted them. And actually they're starting again, so I'm going to have to let them go to waste unless I can find somebody that wants them, because I can't have 4 pumpkin plants, that would just absolutely take over. And my courgette plants are finally doing something. I don't think I'm going to put them in the ground just yet. In fact, I'm only going to put 1 in the ground because you do get an awful lot of courgettes per plant. So I'm just going to let them go a little bit bigger before I put it in the ground. I spend far too much time just thinking about what I'm going to do and chatting to the camera. I really just need to crack on. So first job for today is lift that tarpaulin, dig over the butternut squash patch, put some weed roll down and get the squash plants in. Let's crack on. one done out of about 1 million. I've put 3 butternut squash plants in this patch. Normally I would put 2 in there. I'm not sure whether that's a good idea or not because they grow really big, but I didn't have the heart to throw out my extra squash plant because it looks so good and healthy. So what the hell, I'm putting it in there. Anyway, while I've got the weed roll out, I am going to do this patch here. It's only a little one. That's my courgette plant, so courgette patch. It's not ready to go in the ground yet, but I've got the weed roll out, so let's do it. And done. So as soon as my courgette plant gets a little bit bigger, I will pop that in the middle. Right, so a lot of the reason why I never get as much done in the allotment as I want to is because I'm always doing like bits of housework at the same time, like dipping in and out of the house. So right now I need to take a break because I've got a load of washing in the machine that needs to go on the line. But first I need to take some washing off the line, white washing, and look at the state of my hands. Wish me luck. Right, washing is done. It made it relatively unscathed, bar a pillowcase which has to go in the wash again. Oh well. I have also made some tea for my husband as he's going on a night shift tonight, and I might have had a cheeky snack because I might have had a few treats in the cupboard. Well, we need fuel for all this hard work. Anyway, I'm away to go and tackle one of those big sweet corn patches and get some weeding done. This actually just makes me want to cry. This is the worst part of growing anything, is all the weeding. And if you don't keep on top of it, this is what happens. Ugh, okay. And as if by magic, all done. I wish you could do it by magic, because in reality that has taken me over an hour of digging. This one I've only pulled out the weeds, I haven't even dug it over yet, so that still needs to be done. However, the kids are back, so I need to take over. So it's been quite a productive day. I've still got loads to do though, so I've still got to dig over that other sweet corn patch and rake it. I need to actually get the sweet corn in the ground. I need to do loads more weeding, so I need to weed around the broccoli and the onions, and I also need to thin out those onions. I need to weed around the carrots and the radish and pull out some of those radish that are too big. I need to weed around the garlic and the broccoli. I need to pick some strawberries and weed around them, of course. And I need to weed in between all the patches. So there's still loads of weeding to do. I feel like, oh my gosh, because there's so much to do, I haven't actually done anything today, but it has been really productive, so that's good. However, kids are back now and Daddy's about to go on a night shift in a little while, so I need to take over and sort out tea and tackle bedtime with 2 of them on my own, which is always fun. Hopefully I can get some more done tomorrow. Yeah, so if I don't, then this will be the end of the vlog. If I do, then I'll do some more filming tomorrow. See you later. Bye!
Mommy, I didn't help.
Okay, so just one more job before we pack up. Libby's going to help me pick the strawberries, aren't you? Wowee, yummy strawberries! Let's get them picked then. Just the red ones. Okay?
This red one, this is the enormous one.
Make sure they're red all the way round. Oh, see, that one's still a bit yellow. So we need to make sure they're red all the way round before we pick them.
We'll just put this one.
That's it, good one.
I was actually pulling my whole hand.
Okay, so remember, make sure they're red all the way round.
This one's red all the way round.
Okay, pull that one off then. Yes, nice. What about this one here?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wow, Libby, look at all those strawberries.
Let me pick that one up.
That's all right. They look good. Should we go and wash them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floor.
You dropped one on the floor?
Yeah. I fell out of my hand.
Oh dear.
And let's keep having
It's quite a lot for a little person to try and carry, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. How are they?
Good.
Really good?
Yeah.
Have you finished yours already, April? Wowee! That didn't last long, did it? Wow, April, down in one. Is it yummy? Is it yummy? Boo! Boo! Good afternoon, it is Sunday, and I have another kid-free hour. Good old Daddy has taken the kids out. I did not get nearly enough sleep last night, so really I should be having a nap, but I just really want to get that other patch finished digging over and get the sweet corn in. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to quickly get my garden gear on and try and do that. It's really miserable outside, it's drizzly and it's windy, so I'm not going to film myself putting in the sweet corn and digging. It's not that interesting really, come on, is it guys? Yeah, so I will show you when it's finished. Well, that turned from a little bit of drizzle to definite rain to absolutely chucking it down, and I am soaked right to the bone. I'm pretty miserable myself now actually. However, the sweet corn is in. I did it despite the rain. I powered on and it's in. There we go. That's 31 sweet corn plants in that patch, and this patch is quite satisfying seeing that done. Yeah, so they should get really tall and hopefully we'll get some really yummy sweet corn off them. So apart from the courgette, which I would probably put in about a week, just give it a little bit longer to grow a bit bigger before I put it in the ground, everything that I'm going to be growing this year is planted. So I just need to keep on top of the weeding, which is a never-ending job of course, and keep on top of the watering, and I do still need to thin out those onions, possibly the beetroot and the carrots when they get a bit bigger. But yes, as far as the major work of getting everything in the ground goes, it's pretty much done. So hopefully it won't be too long before we start getting some really nice vegetables. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to keep up with our progress and see how everything's going. That would be really great. I'd love you to do that. Anyway, I'm away to go and get showered and warmed up and out of these horrible wringing wet clothes because I'm, like I said, soaked to the bone. Thank you so much for watching guys. I'll see you very soon for another instalment of the Allotment Diaries.